I want to start off by saying that I'm not a political person.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So I am definitely not a political person. And anybody who follows me or knows me as a creative or as an artist knows that the music that I make, when I write music, it comes from a very subconscious place. None of it, I never go in and write a song, with the motive of writing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Figuring out a topic of what I'm going to write about. It all comes from real, true emotions that I've been suppressing, and they naturally just come out.
Mm-hmm.
Never not working, I'm feeling like Yesjulz. Never not working, I'm feeling like Yesjulz. Never not working, I'm feeling like Yesjulz.
Hey, okay, that's that new James Blake. I haven't had a chance to dive into that album yet, but I'm really excited to do so. He's incredible talent. This is Yesjulz. You are tuned in to 1 a.m. in the morning. This is a new show. We're trying it out for as long as I am with jet lag and waking up early as if I'm still in Nigeria. We're going to do this. So I'm here with my special guest, Bibibourelly. Bibi.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good, man.
I just noticed your new piercing over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to flex on him.
She's trying to flex on him. It's a new year, new her. She's got the nose ring. Where did you get this nose ring?
The mall with C-Buck.
With who?
With C-Buck, with my day one. Can I curse? No.
Yeah, you could curse. 1 a.m. radio.
Okay, bet. Yeah, no, with my bitch C-Buck. We went to the mall and
Did she
like,
get hers too?
No, she has two already. And
two?
Yeah, she's wild.
Oh wow, she's a wild boy.
It looks tight though.
Yeah, I want to see a picture.
Yeah.
So we're here today because I was very honored that when you released White House, you put it on my radar. I listened to it and I was like, wow, this is incredible. I think, it goes without saying that it's important for us to use our platform in this time more than ever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's actually incredible what a community coming together can achieve. Like, yesterday, the Fire Festival documentary came out. I don't know if you've seen that.
I haven't.
Okay. First of all, can I just say this was the one smart no that I ever said in my career, and I'm so happy. Yes, I had good judgment there. Sorry to anybody who didn't. But there's a woman there who got ripped, like, because of like this guy. This guy basically scammed all these people, right? Mm-hmm. And he left the community. Like, there was workers who were building out this festival, cooking for people. They were doing this on the contingency that they were going to be paid. And then this guy just goes to jail. And so these people are left with all this debt. And so I was like, man, we should really start a GoFundMe for this woman. Her whole life is ruined. They raised like $200,000 on the internet for her in one day. Kim Kardashian got somebody out of jail. The girl, Centonia Brown's sentence was changed. All from a hashtag, all from us speaking up, you know? So I think that, I would like to think that we're in a time where we're continuing to praise and empower the people who are speaking up. But, I've noticed it's a great song, and I don't see that a lot of people are picking it up. I wonder, first of all, where's your inspiration for the song coming from outside of the, obviously the norm? We all feel a dismay with where our country is, but are there any specific topics or things that are really hitting close to home that's going on?
Well, I want to start off by saying that I'm not a political person. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So I am definitely not a political person. And anybody who follows me or knows me as a creative or as an artist knows that the music that I make, when I write music, it comes from a very subconscious place. None of it, I never go in and write a song, with the motive of writing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Figuring out a topic of what I'm going to write about. It all comes from real, true emotions that I've been suppressing, and they naturally just come out. Mm-hmm. So I guess did you ask me the inspiration for it?
Yeah, like, is there something in particular, like, did you see, a video of families being separated at the border and that really just sent you, like, off into, writing this? Or what was it, anything in one particular thing? There's so much going on.
And anything in particular. Yeah. I think it's just a combination of things. When Trump got elected into office, starting off saying that, like, I'm not political, but when he got elected into office, I felt, growing up, because I grew up in major cities, mm-hmm. and I grew up, around artists and creatives. My father is a musician. I went to an international school. I was very naive to, racism, sexism, mm-hmm. all of these things, and when I heard older people talk about it, or my parents talk about it, I got really angry at them because I felt like it wasn't an issue of our generation, right? Because I grew up, you know, with the first Black president in office. I grew up with the legalization of marijuana, all these things, and I didn't feel it to be an issue. But once this administration got elected into office, I felt like I'm an artist and I'm an empath as well, and I felt kind of like a cloud, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I couldn't understand, because for me, I stopped keeping up at a certain point because I get so affected by what's happening around me once I tune in, that it just became unproductive for me to keep up with what was going on in the news. So at a certain point, I really felt like, you know what, I felt hopeless, like nothing that I'm gonna do or say matters. So it's so far from me, you know. And then one day I wake up and I'm watching on the television Trump become the president of our country, and I just was crying, like uncontrollably crying. And I just remember like thinking of my mom and who came here from Colombia, and just thinking of my family, and just being like so mad and confused, and just like felt like, okay, we're gonna all wake up and this isn't gonna be real life. But it's like every day it's something new, you know. And it's really, you know, I definitely understand the sense of like just what it means for a specific person to lead.
Yeah.
You know,
it was, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's more so like, I don't know, I'm not political enough to know the ins and outs of something, right? But I am a human being, right? And I feel like it's a human issue. I feel like intuition is real, you know what I mean? And instinct is real. And you don't have to be political to know what unempathetic is. You don't have to be political to know what someone who's not compassionate is. And like for me, it was a subconscious feeling, like a lingering feeling and a fear. And the song derives out of fear, not hate. And, you know, I just expressed myself as an artist because I feel like that's my duty, you know what I'm saying, to do. So
I feel like that's why the song is so impactful, because a lot of us aren't political. A lot of us don't really understand all the full ins and outs of what is going on. We just understand that we're fearful.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the song, and you know,
more so because like when you just look at it as an intuitive person, like what does it represent? Like, right? What does the administration represent? Like, does it represent goodness? Does it represent generosity? Does it represent compassion? So that's where it comes from. And it was something that I created to relate to everybody that is, you know, to everybody that is like me, you know, like me, and who feels the same way as I do, you know?
Well, I feel like we're like keeping a secret from the audience, just in case they haven't heard it. Why don't we go ahead and play this song? And Bibi, I'll let you introduce it. So we have this.
Hey, what's up? It's Bibi, and this is my song, White House.
Okay, and that is White House by Bibibourelly. Round of applause for that one.
Thanks.
Yes.
I wish I could curtsy, you know?
That was amazing.
Bow. Thank you.
I love that song. This song is an anthem. Like I can't wait to like see you performing this on the Grammy stage, or like a really impactful, important stage.
Thank you, Jules. I want to say thank you to you too for even playing my shit, you know?
Yeah, come on.
I appreciate you.
People don't know this, whatever. I've probably told this story already and it's annoying, but the first time that I met Bibi was at a Def Jam
society session.
No,
no?
Was it? No, because the reason why I did that was because I discovered you at the Def Jam upfronts.
Oh.
And it was
Baby's All Right. No.
It was you, Alessia Cara, Vince Staples.
I don't remember.
And somebody else. It was like you guys were all just kidding. You had just got signed to Def Jam. And there was no like audience. It was like Def Jam people. And like I was like somebody, Fadia, who was very smart.
Oh, I love her.
Was like, we should have some young girl that's snapping everything that she does, like come and Snapchat this up front.
Oh, shit.
And so Def Jam flew me out, and I went and I watched you, and Little Dirk was there. And I remember thinking, like, you know, everybody that I mentioned was super talented, but I remember being like, wow, this girl, Bibibourelly, is a problem.
Thank you.
I was like, she's a problem. And then, you know, as I started to really like work with Def Jam, they you know, you were doing something really cool, and it was the society sessions.
Yeah.
And when I asked whose idea it was, they said it was the artist, it was yours. And I loved that, because usually, you know, I'm helping to conceptualize for people, and you like already had such a cool thing that you were doing on your own, and I just got to come and like.
You were like one of the first people like to really like support and get behind me. You know what I mean? Every time, it's facts. Every time.
I love that. So. No, you're so real and you're so raw. And I was mentioning this, you know, I was listening to all of your releases this morning, and you know, Free the Real. You're really like you remind me of like Patti Smith. Or like, you know, like you're really a rock star. Like it's so crazy because you have this classic tone and your melodies and the guitar and like the music sounds like old soul and it's classic and it's going to last forever. But then you'll be like, bitch. Or you're just like, you're so unapologetically yourself.
Thank you.
And it gives it that young, like you remind us like, oh yeah, but I'm still just, how old are you?
I'm 24.
You're still just 24 years old. Get out of here. You're 24 grandma. And you're singing like you've been here for 100 years and it's incredible. It's really touching and you're always speaking to something and it's so important.
Thank you. I don't know if you heard my the release before. Well, I released a Christmas song and then I released a song called Writer's Song, which came before the Christmas song. And I really appreciate it. But yeah. I'm working on my next project now.
So you're working on your next project. Is this going to be do we care what it's called anymore? Is it an album? Is it an EP?
An album.
Oh,
I think, yeah.
It's about that time,
I think.
Okay, she's been writing hits for everyone for so long and finally gave us the blessing of her own sounds recently with her 2 EPs. And now there's going to be an album. That's super exciting.
Yeah, I'm lit. I'm so excited.
You have such an incredible range.
Thank you.
Of sounds that you could come with that I'm so curious to know what is like the mood, what's the
vibe,
the consensual vibe for this project.
I want to keep it a secret.
Okay.
But it's definitely less live driven than Free the Real Part 1, Part 2. Free the Real Part 1 and Part 2 were like super guitar.
Unplugged.
Yeah, unplugged, right. And then Boy was also that way, which was basically a combination of records from Free the Real 1, 2.
Okay.
But this is really a body of work that I sat down and like curated and spent, you know.
It's been a while. It's been 2 years?
Yeah. Spent a long time trying to figure out and put together. Usually I just go in the booth, right, and I just make a song and, you know, that's that. But I never really sat down and reworked and really put together a body of work and told, like, you know, I tell a bunch of mini stories with the songs I write, right? Like 3-minute stories. But I've never really told a story like a movie. You know what I mean?
Wow. So this is where we get to know. We've had little bits and pieces of you. Now we're going to get the whole thing.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
That's really exciting. Who's your favorite like producer to work with? Because you're so...
Right now?
Yeah.
Probably Sham. Sakbase Sham.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I love Sham.
What are some of the songs that he's...
He's done stuff for Kanye. He's done stuff for Rihanna. He's done stuff for Nicki.
To name a few.
Yeah, to name a few. But he's incredible. He's from Haiti. I'm part Haitian. So we just vibe on a super intuitive level. Hi, Yesjulz is live.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you trying to say over there, Elijah?
I need your keys because you're parked on the wrong side. And
You don't want me to get towed?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There's a big like towing sign outside, like, do not park on this side. And I get out of the car and I look at the sign and I'm like,
nah.
I'm good. Yeah. Okay, I'm just doing this just in case the people who don't have Dash.
Cool.
I'll just put this right back here. Okay.
I always watch your little live radio chats and I'm like commenting and I'm like, hey, notice me.
Who's in here? This is Bibibourelly, guys. We just played her song, White House. Let's see what they're saying.
What's up, guys?
Nip slip. BB.
Hi, guys.
Okay, yes, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to be in Atlanta broadcasting live. So we're going to be there if you guys are going to be in the building for the big game. I don't really watch football, but I know that the Rams made it. So congratulations, LA.
I don't get football.
Yeah,
but I try to.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening?
It's a lot going on. I prefer basketball.
Same.
Yeah, it's just easier to keep up with. But okay, so one of your favorite producers is Sham, and what I'm always curious to know, like, who are some artists of today that you are inspired by? Because I feel like I can hear your old school influences.
Well, I love her. One of like my favorite songs on hers project is what's that song? I think it's like anyway, I forget the song, but it's super lit. It's like a guitar driven song, and she's like talking about how hard place. Love caught between a love and a hard place.
Yeah.
I love that song.
She's been in the game for a minute. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her.
She's bomb. She's bomb.
It's really incredible. Like, imagine getting the chance to reinvent yourself. A few people have done that. 2 Chainz did it, a few people.
Yeah.
And to come back better than ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, it just goes to show you never know.
You never know.
give up.
I love her. I love Tierra Whack.
I love Tierra Whack.
Me too.
She's so innovative.
Yeah.
I love anything that inspires my marketing mind.
Yeah.
She
fearless.
killed that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love Frank Ocean, obviously. Everyone loves Frank Ocean, but like, I love Frank. I love Kodak Black.
What about James Blake?
I like James Blake. I like James Blake a lot. I love Kodak Black.
You love Kodak Black?
I love Kodak Black.
I love Kodak as well. He's
Haitian, so.
Have you ever met him?
I haven't. I would love to meet him.
Oh my gosh, he's so funny.
Really?
He's like the most innocent gangster you've ever met.
Probably good-hearted ass.
You know what
person.
I mean? Like, you talk to him and you're like, oh, this is a real, genuine. Like, he won't lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's just straight Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dope. And
love
then
him.
Future.
Yo, Future?
Future's new album. Have you heard Future's new album?
He never ceases to amaze
No,
me.
he's like,
Just when I think I've had enough Future, it's like he reminds us that we haven't.
yeah. He is like soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in his voice and in his rhythms and in his cadence. Like,
He
super
makes
respect
music
him.
like in his sleep, I feel like. He just has like an unprecedented amount of music.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, and he talks about real deep struggle shit. You know what I'm saying? He talks about real shit, so I fuck with Future heavy.
I really like that he came out and spoke about the fact that he doesn't, that he's not sipping anymore.
Yeah.
I think that that's so important.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for us to not glorify things.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and cut to one of my other favorite songs of BB's. Maybe you guys have heard it before. It is called Ego. This song really came at a time in my life where I needed it the most as a young woman, like just coming into my own and really like, sometimes you just need that extra shot of espresso before you walk into a meeting and full of
And you're like, fuck you.
people who are all just doubting
Whack as
everything
shit.
that you are capable of.
Right.
And you need that extra ounce of ego. So here it is, Ego by Bibibourelly. Okay, and that's one of my favorites from Bibibourelly. The name of that song is Ego. You are tuned into 1 a.m. radio. This is Yesjulz. Make sure you guys are staying tuned. We've got the members only tour in LA. We're going to be giving out tickets to that. The Dreamville tour with Boss has been sold out, but we've got your entrance to that as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We also have 3 Points Miami coming right up. So my notes are all scattered. All right, here we go. All right, Ego. How old were you when you wrote that? You said 19.
Yeah, I was 19 years old with a big ego.
You literally wrote a generational anthem at 19 years old. It's insane. That song is incredible.
Thank you. I think I was just like, I think that a big role in my life, even with this new music that's coming out, is that I feel very misunderstood. And I've always felt really misunderstood because I never was I never really fit in. I felt like I never really fit in anywhere. I wasn't really good at school. I always felt like an outcast. I always felt prejudged or, excluded kind of. You know what I mean? So that's where that song came from, just like me fighting opposition. Julz is trying to figure her life out right now. And now she's just like, fuck it.
Fighting opposition. I feel like I'm fighting opposition all the time. So I feel like, I mean, how many times a day do you guys think I say they've got me fucked up?
They do though. Like
literally, how many times a day?
You're currently like everyone like just always going against the grain, but I think we have similar spirits in that regard. You know
I think
what I mean?
so. We're fighters. You know,
Yeah.
there's like a few different kinds of people out there in the world. And
Yeah.
fighters are. We need people like us.
Yeah.
We're the
You
ones that
fight. You
change
constantly
things.
fight for your vision. You know what I mean?
100%. And you have a vision that inspires women all around the world.
Thanks.
And speaking of women all around the world, there is another song that you have. I want to play Sally.
Okay, cool. We should play Writer's Song too.
Oh, let's play Writer's Song.
Do we have Writer's Song?
Sally in the meantime.
Okay, cool.
This is Sally by Bibibourelly. You're tuned into 1 a.m. radio. Bitch! You're tuned into 1 a.m. radio. This is Yesjulz. Some albums that were released recently. We've got Future Hendrix presents The Wizard.
Fire.
Yes, fire. Bibibourelly approved. We've got James Blake, Assume Form. We should play a track from that one so that way I can hear it because I haven't gotten into that one yet. We also have YNW Melly. Free YNW Melly. He's got We All Shine out now. And then G Herbo, G Swervo is out. So we're going to be playing all new music all this week. Make sure you check out our New Music Mondays playlist. You can follow us on Spotify. That's 1 a.m. radio on Spotify. Yeah. And if you follow us on Spotify and tell all your friends, then the 1 a.m. radio team gets a bonus when we reach a certain amount of followers. So
make sure you do that.
I know you guys really care about Mars getting unlimited hair dyes with his budget. Today he's blonde. Tomorrow he may be purple. You never know. We're going to go ahead and cut to a song. DJ Mars, drop that. Ooh. That was James Blake featuring Andre 3000 and who else?
Fire.
That's it? Wow, that was fire. What was the name of that one? Our DJ just lost the track. What's the catch?
Where's the catch?
Where's the catch? Wow, James Blake. Definitely make sure you guys check out his new project. Yeah, trending topics. We covered Fyre Fest documentary on Netflix and Hulu. The government is shut down. Cardi B spoke up on it, and everyone is following suit. Shout out to her for doing that just in time for the Women's Day parade. There were some really interesting signs out there. Make sure you check out a 1 a.m. radio on Instagram for our coverage of everything going on around the Women's March, which happened last Saturday. And we have another song that we're going to go ahead and play of BB's.
Aw.
It's called Guitar.
Yeah. And it's featuring my dad.
Yeah. So tell us about your dad.
He's epic, dude. He's a professional guitar player. He's a professor now.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, he toured the world. Like he has his own band. He like paid the
Wow,
bills
he
making
must be
music.
so proud.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. No, you know what? I've been making music since I was like 2. So like,
what?
do you know what I mean? So it just runs in my like. That's just what we do.
Do you have
so.
home videos?
Yeah, I have videos. I have.
I want to see.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's insane, but yeah, no, my dad's dope, and yeah, we learned how to communicate through music before we did through words. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
So he just did his thing on this record. It's about, you know, a homeless guy watching us in Berlin and being like, "You guys are gonna be fucked."
No way.
Yeah.
Oh
Homeless
wow.
on the street.
Okay, let's hear this. I want to know why. Homeless guy in Berlin is telling you these things. 1 a.m. radio. Playing guitar for me. Playing guitar for me. That was your dad. That's so fucking cool.
Thanks, man.
Man, that's incredible. I want to meet your dad.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, where's he at?
He's sick. Right now, he's in San Diego. Am I fucked up for not knowing where he's at, dude?
I mean,
he was in
it's
Berlin though. He was,
2019. We're all traveling.
Yeah, he was in Berlin, so
Okay.
he's pretty tight.
So tell us about Berlin. I've never been. For someone who's
Oh.
never been to Berlin, what are some things that we would need to do as soon as we land?
So Berlin is like the dopest city in the world. You know, I'm not biased or anything. No, it's fucking sick. Berlin is like a city that consists of, it's like becoming more touristy now, but when I was growing up there, it's a city that consists of basically broke artists, right? Because it was so fucking cheap that artists from London, from Paris, from all these expensive and like pricey European countries moved to like, you know, do shit and make art and, you know, live cheaply and so they could afford it. So there's drawings and paintings everywhere. The city's really gray, but the street art like is like the only fucking
Gives
thing,
texture, yeah.
right? That has that's colorful in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just dope, man. You know, like no one really gives a shit what you're wearing or any of that.
Is it kind of like a little, like I guess New York would be the closest place to that here?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot smaller than New York and a lot cheaper than New York. And I think New York has like a really
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's it's tight and it's safer. It's safer than New York because it's, you know, Berlin and like they'll be like, you know. New York, it's like serious crime. In Berlin, they're like, we're gonna beat you up.
Okay, so right now we know that you have given us, I guess, 3 projects if you're counting
Boy,
if you're counting Boy, and a few singles, and now you're working on the real big introduction album. Is there anything else that we should know about? Any listeners at home? Or do we have any chances to see you perform coming up?
I'm going to be releasing music coming up. I'm going to be releasing music videos coming up.
Woo!
Yeah, music videos coming up.
Oh, she's about to hit him.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm just trying to like lay low and focus and really concentrate. Like this past year, I've been, it's been so many ups and downs and so much shit that's happened in my personal life that I'm trying to incorporate into the music. And I think I'm learning for the first time now more than ever. Like, I'm constantly trying to perfect my craft in regards to writing and shit and, articulating myself. So for the first time more than ever, I feel like I am learning how to create at a level that I've never learned before. I knew how to go in and I know how to freestyle in a heartbeat. I know how to do all these things, but how do you
having a vision for the overall,
right? A vision for the overall and expressing it in the most fucking accurate way, perfected way. So
that's growing up.
Yeah, it's growing up for sure.
Because at first you're like, this is the art.
It's like raw talent, right?
Like
right.
This is how I want it to be. But then you really start to push yourself as an artist, and you really say, how can I add layers to this? How can I extract parts of me that I haven't really put out there in this way?
Right.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where you push yourself. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just want to say a few of the songs that made it to New Music Mondays this week. Shout out to Kehlani featuring Ty Dolla $ign's Nights Like This. We have Gesaffelstein featuring The Weeknd, Lost in the Fire. Little Sims, shout out Little Sims, I love her. Featuring Cleo Soul, Selfish. Ooh, I love this song. We should cue that one up. And then we also have Jay Prince, Beamlight, Lucky Day, Karma, Casanova featuring Tory Lanez and Davido, 2 a.m. Shout out to them. They filmed that video in Lagos, Nigeria, which is an amazing place. You guys should all go visit. We have Mustard featuring the Migos, Pure Water. Number 2 is Future, Crazy But True. And number 1, of course, we played this earlier, James Blake featuring Travis Scott and Metro Boomin, Mile High. Out of that list, what would you play, BB?
I would play Kehlani and Ty or Little Sims.
Let's play the Little Sims featuring Cleo Soul, Selfish.